Mayor, good to see you again. This issue you guys are faced with, population growing, but folks aren't staying there to work and aren't staying there to shop. How do you solve that in 2024?
Well, going forward and in 2024, that is one of our chief concerns. And it is meeting with major developers to bring commercial and retail businesses to the city. We're only 7.22 square miles. A lot of residents have said we need more businesses here. The businesses told us get your rooftops up. So we've done that. And we are now in the process of sitting and meeting with major developers to bring commercial and retail to the city.
What would you like to see?
Ideally, I would love a super Target. I think a super Target would be phenomenal in our city. I don't know that that's in the works for us because of our size, but I think anything is possible. So it's just a matter of getting in front of the right people. But I would love to see a super Target in our city.
Of course, more restaurants and retail would bring more sales taxes
Absolutely.
to the city too,
Absolutely.
which is huge. But before cities do that in your situation, you have to improve infrastructure.
Yes.
Wider roads, bigger sewer lines, bigger water lines.
Yes.
That has to happen first.
That does have to happen, and it has to happen for a myriad of reasons. One of those reasons is because you're going to have increased traffic. Another reason it has to happen is because when you bring those retailers and those businesses in, our roads will need to be able to support their trucks for delivery. So we are working on that as well. Our expansion of East Bear Creek from Hampton Road to I-35 is currently underway, and then we're also looking at improving the water and sewer lines.
How soon do you think you might have new development? New retail?
Wow, I'd like to say by the end of 2024, but of course everything moves at the rate of relationships. So it's all about building those relationships with those developers. So if we don't have any new retail or new commercial businesses by the end of 2024, I'd like to say maybe by mid-2025.
People might not realize, but Glen Heights, for as small as it is the only city on the southern side of Dallas County that actually has mass transit.
Yes.
And that has benefited you guys immensely.
Tremendously.
Tell us how.
We have a wonderful relationship with DART, Dallas Area Rapid Transit. They've been phenomenal to us as a partner, and we just absolutely love it. A couple of years ago, they added a line that takes residents directly to the University of North Texas Dallas campus. And that was huge because we often heard from residents who said, you know what, I really want to go back to school, but I just don't know how I'm going to get there. Well, we've solved that problem. Anytime we've had an issue to come up or a concern of a resident, DART has always been so open, and they allowed us to come in, talk with them, and we work together to solve that issue. So we absolutely love our partnership with DART.
Do you see it expanding at all?
I do. We just had a meeting with a couple of representatives from DART. My city manager and I had a meeting with them not long ago, and I do see it expanding. I'm excited.
What would you like to see as far as expansion goes?
Well, one of the things that we talked about is, of course, on the weekends, that park and ride area is just a vacant area. It's just a vacant parking lot. So what can we do to fill that on the weekends, or perhaps maybe after hours? So that's something that we're looking to do. I also see DART maybe talking with other municipalities in the near future about putting a park and ride in those cities as well.
Mayor, let's talk about the groundbreaking for the All Abilities Park that's coming up next month here. It's going to accommodate children with disabilities. These parks are phenomenal when you see them, but you just don't see them a lot.
Right, and I don't like to call them disabilities. I like to call them exceptionalities. So we have a park that we're going to break ground on. It's roughly 4.69, so just over 4.5 acres. It's going to have phenomenal play areas. So if a person is confined to a wheelchair, or they just need a little bit more extra room than a traditional swing would allow, they'll be able to do that. But we're calling it an All Abilities Park because if you're not confined to a wheelchair, you too will be able to enjoy the facility. It will have an amphitheater style seating area. It will also have an open area for soccer fields. This is going to be an all-inclusive park with pavilions for rent, nice restrooms, and it's going to be a wonderfully laid out and accessible park for everyone.
Biggest priority for 2024, what is it?
Our biggest priority for 2024, I think if I would poll the council, would be our infrastructure so that we can get that retail and commercial there, because as you mentioned, the property and sales tax that will come with that. So that's going to be our biggest priority. You know, in 2010, going off of that census, I got on the council in 2018, so we were operating off of the 2010 census. Sure. Our population was somewhere around 14,000. As of the 2020 census, we're already up to 19,000. So we've got to improve our infrastructure. We've got to get the retail in, we've got to get the commercial in, because as we're only 7.22 square miles, soon we'll be out of developmental land for houses. Now it's time to get the retail in there. It's time to get the commercial in there, especially with Loop 9 coming. That along that corridor will have ample area for commercial and retail.
If you were to get a super target, how much more tax revenue are we talking about? Or just to increase your restaurant and retail routes
We
there?
would definitely be talking in the millions. Definitely largely in the millions. That's a definite game changer for a city our size. Definite game changer. It will allow us to do more of the things that we want to do, which is increasing community engagement. One of our goals is to maintain our small town charm, but with the urban amenities. Our youth and teen population is 3 times that of our senior population. So with that being said, I would love to see things for our youth to do. I'm an avid skater, so I would love a roller rink there. Something fun for our children to do.
Mayor, thanks for the time. We appreciate it.
Yes, thank you.